All right. Hi, everybody. So I'm trying to set up my live stream again, and I tried moving my webcam. I just need a new one. But yeah, this is the best I can do for now. If I put it back where it was, I feel like I'm really far away from the webcam. And then if I put it the way it is now, um, I don't know. I just don't like the angle. But yeah. But yeah, hopefully this live stream goes better than the last time I tried to stream. So we'll see if this is a good time. Yeah. But also, I might keep my webcam just how it was. Not sure. Hi, Stara. Yeah, it's late where I am. I also can't sleep. My boyfriend went to sleep a couple hours ago, and I was like, I can't sleep yet. Maybe I'll try to go live. And then I went to my computer, and then it was like, you need to update it. So then I had to update it first. I did a bit of yoga, and yeah, some small amount of cleaning in the kitchen. Yee! Hi, Airy Moon Pies. We be night owls. It's true. And yeah, normally I'd like to play music while we're all hanging out, but I've had so many negative experiences with YouTube as a like company or something when it comes to copyright in music and other forms of like censorship. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I tried going live the other day, and I guess it was a bad time because I guess nobody was up or on YouTube at the time, and so I was just like sitting here for like 10 minutes, and then I gave up. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to go live later, and here I am. Yeah, so I'm really glad that um, you all are here right now. So, yay. Aw, thanks. Yes. So yeah, I'm here to do some live readings. So if anyone wants a reading, let me know. And if you have any questions, let me know. Yes. Please enter a name. And yeah, while I let everyone get settled in, I'm just going to be using this massage hook. Life gives us so many questions. That's true. Hi, My tree. All right, I'm going to start with Stara, who asked, here's a quick one. How did AirSign feel about my last message? Thank you. Wow. I sent a message just before going live, and I did not know I was going to send that message, but I've been feeling like nostalgic for some reason the last like month. And then eventually I was like, okay. And then I reached out to someone, but I just think that's synchronistic. So, how did AirSign feel about Stara's last message? Ace of Swords. It brought clarity for whatever reason. So, maybe there was something they weren't sure about that was on your mind, and then you enlightened them with it. So, they now understand something. Whoa. And they feel like you delivered the message very clearly and that it was just like a good message, pretty much. So I think your message is a good one. And it was very clear. Wow. High Priestess and enlightening for some reason. In the back of the deck, 4 swords. And yeah, gives the air sign something to sit with and to think about. Well, yeah, I think you're 1 hour ahead. It's 2:33 from my location. So yeah, that's what I get for how the air sign feels or felt about your last message. I feel like it's like they now know what it is that you want at this time. Tammy, Tam, just popping in. Ah, oops. What time is it where you're at? Is it like almost 6 a.m. or 5:30 a.m.? I'm good. Yeah. Wow. That's early. Whoa. Yeah. You're welcome, Stara. But yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to go live more often again and to also make more videos. But yeah. Yeah. My body is kind of like sleepy, but I just can't sleep for some reason. All right. Aries Moon Pies. I'm ready. Let's hear your question. Thanks, Stara. But yeah, I need to get my sleep schedule on track. and hopefully I'll have more energy. But yeah, there's still a lot to do around the house. Ah, you're welcome. To go into business with my Scorpio best friend. Is it a good idea? You're good. Alright, let's see. Justice card. I feel like, I mean, that's a pretty promising card for me to say yes, is how I feel. The Sun card is also very positive. So my first initial thoughts is that the idea is that the partnership would be very fair. Like, you know your best friend well enough to know that you both would try and be fair when it comes to whatever business ideas you have. Whether this is time of like splitting the cost equally or whatever. And I guess like maybe the worry is, what if you or the other person, the Scorpio or both, aren't actually like, since it would be your first time trying to collaborate or something along those lines. It's just like those moments can make or break certain connections. So it's like a risk, pretty much. And I feel like that's what you're worried about. Like the Ten of Wands. What if things go wrong and then it ends up signaling like an ending to a really great friendship? Yeah. And I feel like what I would say is, if you feel like going down a certain path, like being partners, business partners, or trying something like that, and then it doesn't go well, and then a great friendship does come to an end, I do think a lot of times when that has happened in my life, I end up not regretting that it happened. I end up feeling better knowing that like a certain connection was actually capable of doing something like that to break a friendship apart in the first place. Like a lot of friendships I lost due to trying to trust them more and do something together. It's like sometimes either people's true colors or just more depth about that person comes to light, you know? So for me, when I look at my past friendships, I'm like, wow, I'm glad I knew what those connections were actually capable of, that before things went wrong, didn't see that they were capable of, or I wasn't sure that they were capable of doing certain things or treating me a certain way until the thing happens, you know? So I think generally, if you would like want to pursue something with your best friend and you feel like it's a good idea, that um, that it'll pretty much bring you to the next part of your life, which you'll have your ideas. You'll walk away from the experience knowing what to do next. So that's kind of what I see. So let's just draw a final card about this. Is it a good idea to go into business with my Scorpio best friend? The Seven of Pentacles. I feel like it is something to get some of your ideas going. I feel like, you know, you're a very creative, arts oriented, art oriented person and being, and that just having someone to actually try and create something together seems worth it for the experience. And whether something big comes from it or otherwise, like something small or just gaining a bit of like experience trying to create something, I feel like that is all going to be good for your overall growth on your journey. And then you are going to end up creating bigger and better things. Yeah, it's an exciting project. So I feel like this is important to getting that going. I think the project is worth the risk of a very good friendship or a very strong friendship. Because, yeah, everything will either grow together in the same way or certain aspects of life end up growing apart. And that's okay because growth can be unpredictable. Hi, Sarah. You're welcome. Yeah. And then like the towers on the back. I do feel like it's important that you sort of put yourself out there because that's sort of where the magic happens at times when unpredictable things can happen. And even if you don't put yourself out there, just persevering each day brings you moments closer to the big transformative times uh, in your life. So, yeah, I think this is going to play a really, what's the word? Catalytic role. I think this is going to play a very catalytic role in your life. And so if you've been needing to get to like a better place, for example, which I think many of us can relate to, um, yeah, this is important for that. I think it's important that if we're not at a place that we're actually feeling good or safe in our life or like healthy or that we're doing well, if we don't feel like we're in such a place, it's important that we take steps to hopefully eventually find a place where we do feel safe and good and just like thriving. I think that's always important, to be honest. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and do Sarah's reading next. What are excited for growth for sure? Yes. Me too. I think I've been physically growing. I'm not really sure. I've been having certain like pain that I've just been hoping is growth. So yeah. May I ask what R's intentions are towards me? Thank you. Okay. Five of Wands. Conflicting intentions. The Strength card. Okay. Oh. But yeah, that is very conflicting. Hmm. Can I ask, like, how healthy of a connection does it feel to you, Sarah, about your connection with R? Four of Cups. R's intentions towards you. Because conflict that I'm getting is that I think R does have some sort of like emotional bond with you. So their intentions might be from the heart, but that they might not be feeling like they have the strength to act on that. So that's what I pick up on. Kind of in separation, but it was good initially. 3 of Wands and the Page of Swords. Yeah. Maybe ours intentions towards you is to wait on communicating. Like, if you're wondering if they have any intentions of reaching out, I'm getting that they are avoiding doing that. But they're conflicted about it because it's still on their mind. They just default to being like, no, I'm not going to do that. And maybe they have a lot to focus on in their life. So they've got a lot going on and they're doing other things. But I do feel like it's intentional that they end up not reaching out because emotionally it feels too heavy. Like they don't have the courage to do it for some reason. The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, they might be in a stressful situation, pretty much. Justice card. And they're still trying to make things right in their own life. So that is what I think. One last message. Four of Swords. But they think about it and they think about you. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. That it does seem to be that you're in their thoughts. But yeah, they have a lot of responsibilities to take care of, it seems. Does it feel like they've given up on our relationship? In terms of putting the actual energy in, yes. But in terms of like in their core, I think they'll always have a part of them that wonders, what if? What if I had more strength? What if I had more courage? What if I had more willingness or confidence to put myself out there and to really try and get close with someone and to not run away when things get intimate or when things get deep. So they think about the what ifs. So I think at the very core, they haven't given up, but physically and in terms of like putting in energy, they just like feel exhausted and drained and don't know how to like put any more effort. So I hope that makes sense. All right. Sounds good. All right. You're welcome, Maitri. And yeah, you're welcome, Sarah. All right. So Maitri is asking, my question is, what does Spirit wants me to know about my goal? Hi, Pinky 007. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I'll sort of do questions in the order that I remember them in. So right now, I'll do Maitri, and then I'll do Pinky 007. Hey, Steph. All right. What does Spirit want me to know about my goal? King of Pentacles. Spirit wants you to know that you have reached your goal. You've reached you have the mastery and knowledge and capabilities for this goal to succeed and to flourish. You have what it takes to thrive. Yeah. Page of Wands. Yeah, very talented. So that's what's coming through. And to take action towards your goals. Physical action, and that you do have the energy to do it right now. 10 of Wands. There might be other things in your life that are draining you, that might make you feel like you don't have what it takes, but this is sort of a message to continue to energetically distance yourself from the energy that drains you in life. Yeah. And how to do that, you have to do what feels right for you. So if you already feel like you're just trying your best, doing what's right for you, then you are already one step closer. So, yeah, I think it's important that you keep following your sense of justice. The Four of Swords. And while it's important that for you to know that you have what it takes and you have the energy to work towards your goals, and that your goals have already sort of manifested and that they are going to continue growing. While that's important, I feel Spirit also wants you to know that you don't have to make sudden moves. Like, you can take your time, think on things, and go sort of your own pace to prioritize resting and healing, and to just make efforts in the moment when you can, but to prioritize your well-being, your health, and so forth. So, yeah, that's what I have for you. All right, so hi, Nista. I'm good. You're welcome, my tree. Whoa. And so I'm going to be doing readings in the order I remember them. So right now I'm doing Pinky 007's reading, and then I will do your reading, Nista. Nistha. So Pinky 007, going through a rough phase. Any message from the universe? Very confused at the moment. So this card wanted to come out, and I have my cards, all facing one way where they are upright, but this card flipped out, somehow reversed. All right, thank you for letting me know, Nista. So any message from the universe. So the Ace of Pentacles reversed to me feels like, yeah, stuff really has, you feel like things have been turned upside down. You've been uprooted. I'm imagining like when there's a plant in a pot and then the plant gets removed from the pot. And that can be really scary. I've heard that things like that actually can be a trauma experience for plants, and like moving them around and stuff. And so feeling uprooted. But what I want to say is that you are likely being transferred to a bigger pot so that you have much more room to grow. So if you've been pushed out of one place, it's also so you can be brought to another. And to this other place, it's meant to be a bigger pot where you've got more room to be you, to grow, and to hopefully thrive. So that's kind of what I'm getting there. It's probably not feeling like secure and exciting and safe, because I don't know, I got Ace of Pentacles reversed. So it's just how I'm feeling. The Ace of Swords, but I feel like it's not the worst. It's like uh, just hoping for some clarity or confirmation that to remain like hopeful and optimistic, basically. Just something so that you're not focused on what could be going wrong if nothing changes, but instead focusing on what if things keep changing, but it'll just take time. But the changes can be actually positive and for the better in the end, even if many of the changes along the way aren't. So that's what I'm feeling like saying with these two cards. Very confused at the moment, but I'm getting this is meant to bring you clarity, the Ace of Swords. And I think it's mostly fear that leaves you confused. The Knight of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, there's like a clear trail to follow, it seems. Or there's a clear trail that you are leaving behind full of abundance. Your intentions are really important, Pinky 007. I feel as though you've been having pretty much the best intentions in mind, or at least as much as you can, every step of the way. And so you're leaving a path of positivity behind you. That means that abundance will be growing. So that is how I feel about your situation. So, see, the person in front, they don't see that they're following. The person is walking slightly, just slightly off course from it, but the hills kind of angle certain way, just kind of curving a bit, but ultimately go. It's like if you don't river follow, like it's always going to be your intuition is always going to guide you towards the right direction, is what I think. So yeah, your intentions matter. If you feel like you've been just trying to live with best intentions for yourself and others, whether you're perfect at that or not, of course. But the point, though, is that generally that's what you're going for. I think things are going to be a-okay. The moon, and yeah, while you are seeking clarity, I feel like there's just acceptance that there are going to be mysteries in life always. And you're going to get some answers along the way. So it's kind of a matter of patience right now, is how I feel. Queen of Wands, and confidence, and feeling like you can do this, and feeling like you have the skills and the energy to create what you want out of life, to feel like you're thriving. So let's get like one card of advice for you for this moment right now. Eight of Pentacles. I think you might be working right now, either at like a job or you're working on some sort of craft or something. You do something to express yourself, whether it's like you, like something I do is like playing the piano and I express myself. Maybe I don't record it, but I'm just doing it. Like that counts. Like keep putting in the efforts that make your body slash your life feel better. Yeah. Maybe it's cooking or getting into gardening or herbs and medicine. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. I hope that resonates. Oh no. Yeah, hopefully my audio is working. Okay. Because, yeah, I felt like that was a good reading, but I'd feel really bad if my audio cut out during it. So, yeah, Pinky 007. Let me know if you were able to get that reading. Okay, cool. Only one part was missing. The abundance part with this card. And like the river and all that. Yeah, the person with the coin. Yeah. Just pretty much so long as your intentions are good ones, that you wish yourself well and others, and that's kind of what your intentions are, um, as you take steps in life, then ultimately those are positive steps forward, and that you are leaving a trail of positivity behind, and that will flourish. Yeah, and to trust that. Trusting that your good intentions and your best efforts mattered, and that they mean something. Because I know that feeling of like, I feel like I'm doing my best and all this stuff, but it feels like it's like not making a difference, or that I don't matter, or something like that. But what I've come to find as I let more time pass and I feel better later is that that is actually not true. That the that I do matter, and that the efforts do matter. And even if it feels like it went unnoticed, it did not go unnoticed, type of a thing. So, yeah, I feel like your life, things will pay off. Plus, I've seen a lot of people who do not put so much heart into their own life or into their relationships, and how much they've been able to manifest. So, I think we can definitely manifest more and better things. So, yeah, I'm glad. All right. Symmetry. Smriti. Your question is Utpal, who is an Aries, and what are their current feelings towards you, a Leo? Ooh. Utpal's current feelings towards you. Seven of Pentacles. I think they are trying to be patient, but they just want to see what happens next. They kind of want things to move forward. Two of Pentacles. Um, I think with you, they want things to move forward together. That's what I get from that. Page of Pentacles. But I think they are the type of person who's always going to put themselves first. So keep that in mind. Page of Swords. Yeah, very self-focused. Very focused on whatever they're doing in life. And yeah, I think their current feelings towards you is they're okay, but they would like things to move forward. They're like sort of feeling maybe impatient, and that if you were to do something or take action, that they'll try and get things going forward with you. And then if not, that's fine because they're currently doing their own thing right now. Like they're just living their life, doing their own thing. Uh, pretty like a pretty independent person. Yeah. But I think they would be happy if maybe the two of you talked about your feelings or opened up and maybe tried doing something together. Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm glad that's resonating. The World card. And the Ace of Wands. Yeah. They'd like to start something, I think, with you. They want a new experience. So yeah, I think this person really likes gaining new experiences and that they're open to developing like relationships with people. But while they are looking for that experience, they might also be very new to it all and might not really know what it all is that they want out of life. Yeah, I'd say like I'm not sure. I don't. Yeah, I think with the question you just asked about if he wants to marry you, I think that they might not be sure, or whatever they might want in the moment could change in another moment. Like they're still growing and they're still getting to know you and they're still getting to just learn more about themselves. So, yeah, I'd say like unsure for that second question. Like, yeah. All right. So, yeah, I hope that was helpful. Nishta. And I'm going to. All right, I'll pull like one last card if there's any sort of third party, I guess. And I get the Nine of Pentacles, and I think if I were to guess that they're single, pretty much, or yeah, if you are single currently and you're not in a official relationship right now, then basically that's where it's at right now. So there is no third party, but if you are officially in a relationship and are dating and everything, I guess that would be a different situation. So I think it's like that question is a matter of like building a relationship with the person and asking and getting to know each other and asking like, is there anyone else, or what is this like? what is this relationship to you? Like, I think you need to sort of talk about that with your person to figure out what the rules and things like that are. Because there are relationships out there where people are just getting to know each other. And so they're like, hey, we're seeing each other, but because we're just getting to know people and we're also getting to know other people until we sort of figure things out, type of a thing. So every relationship is different, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. You're welcome. All right. Nishtha's asking, my new job, how is it going to be? My relationship with my new managers, etc. So, all right. We'll start with what is your new job type of a question. 6 of Pentacles. It's something that feels more fair to you than your previous job. Somehow the offer maybe was better here now. So maybe this new job is offering you more fairness, better opportunities than jobs from before, or opportunity, or whatever life was like from before. How's it going to be? 7 of Swords. It's still going to feel like a one-sided thing, like where you're not really informed of everything and certain rules are unclear. The Wheel card. Yeah, I feel like you might not know that you're doing a good job for some reason, if that resonates. Page of Pentacles. Or you might feel like you're doing a good job, but it's not being acknowledged. Let me see. Or you have a lot of thoughts and ideas for this job, but you haven't like shared those thoughts yet, maybe. I don't know. 7 of Swords is kind of that kind of an energy. So I hope that made sense. Let's see. Your relationship with new managers, etc. Yeah, I feel like you're gonna keep like a bit of a distance from the new managers and sort of make sure that the information you either share or don't share benefits you in the end. So I hope that makes sense as well. 2 of Wands. Yeah, making decisions on what to share versus what not to share so that you end up in a good spot at your job. Okay. And then the Fool card. And then in general, how's it going to be? The Fool and the 7 of Cups. I think there's just going to be good and bad things to it. There's going to be certain things missing. Ace of Pentacles. I think the point of this new job is to help you get a fresh start in your life, to transition out of your previous life. And the High Priestess. I think that this job might just be to help you get balanced in life, to stabilize, and then you're probably you might not share with the people at work that you're not planning to stay there forever, but that you're just planning to stay there until you don't have to anymore, and that when you're ready to move on to something next And yeah, I feel like when you tell places that you're not looking to stay there for a long time, they tend not to hire really. So you're just not telling them that basically. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad that's spot on. And yeah, the Knight of Swords with, yeah, the Fool card again, yeah. With the Ten of Cups on the back of the deck. So yeah, I think you see some really important opportunities from this, and that you're going for it because you're trusting, because you're like, I really don't want to miss my opportunity to get to somewhere much better in my life. So you're going for it. And I think you're going to make it. And yeah, it seems like you're going on quite the journey. And you're going to be doing a lot more than you ever would have predicted yourself doing. Like having all these sorts of adventures and experiences sort of outside of your like comfort zone, but they're going to be good experiences, I feel, and they're going to be things that are ultimately you're like choosing to do. So I hope that also makes sense. So wow. Yeah. You might be just honestly, you might just be doing what it takes to move to a much better like home or something along those lines. Eight of Wands. Yeah. Really getting things going because you don't want like certain things in life to pass by, I guess. Okay. Cool. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. It's just kind of how I feel about it. So, yeah. Hi, Roxy. Yeah, these are free readings. You're welcome, Nista. May I ask, where is my path going? I've been going through a separation from a toxic ex and also family. I feel so lonely and I would like some advice. So family. Where is your path going? You are going towards a lot of success through this time. It is a lot of independent self sustaining type of energy, which can be very isolating and lonely. But I think there are good times that you've been experiencing because of this separation from these toxic people in your life. Four Swords, and that this is going to be a healing time for you in your life, and it's going to give you a safe space to really heal and to process things. So while there are going to be very painful feelings and thoughts of loneliness and isolation, I think you're also going to have some really positive experiences of self-exploration and self-discovery in general. The King of Swords. Yeah, and that this is going to help you bring more balance into your own life. And when you feel more balanced, I do think things will feel better and you will feel more open to, you'll see the positives to these separations, which is that you have more independence back and you are free to kind of grow and sort of meet just new and better people. And that always that time in between is so lonely and painful, but meeting new people ends up being worth it. Yeah. The Page of Swords. And it might feel uncertain to you. It might feel unclear how you're going to meet new people if you're a really shy person, perhaps, and you kind of don't really make eye contact with people when you go places and you really sort of try and stay in your own bubble and not really be seen, if that relates. But I do think like fate happens anyways. Like these birds kind of cross paths and meet and then communicate anyways. You are going to end up crossing paths with people who you end up feeling a connection and you end up feeling safe enough to actually communicate with one another. And I just believe that no one is truly meant to be alone. So I do think you will find better connections as you take this time to yourself, rest, try to soothe and breathe and take in some therapeutic breaths, um, and remind yourself, like, reassure yourself that you're okay, you're safe, you're getting to a safe space, and that things are figuring themselves out. Mm-hmm. Three of Pentacles, and that you're not alone. That you have a team, you have connections out there that are willing to meet up with you and try and build something together, whether it's a home or a business or a project or a friendship, just building a friendship together. Yeah. Ace of Wands, to try new things with. Yeah, and to build a community. So I think a big reason a lot of us feel so lonely is because communities in a lot of places have been pretty much eradicated. There's not much of a lighthearted way to put it. Literal communities around the world have been either displaced or just deleted, and the way the world is in human history has and how it's been written plays a big role into why we feel so isolated so much of the time. We've literally been separated from those realities where we would have already had community, where we would have already had loved ones, that we would have already had a lot of skills to be an adventurer in this world and to like live and be a person and explore and do things, you know? So yeah. But the point of all that is that try to remember that your people literally are out there. Whether you feel aligned with like it being soul family or just the word family or community. Um, yeah. So that's what I have for you, Roxy. But yeah, I see a lot of success already right off the bat with the Nine of Pentacles. So I think financially you're able to like sustain yourself. And I think that is actually so impressive. As yeah, this world is not set up in a way in which very many people can even do that. Yeah. And while there are a lot of people just like numerically, quantifiably, I don't know, that can do that, percentage wise, it's not that big of a percent. All right, LA, will I get into a relationship next year? And good morning. Let's see. Seven of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. I think you've been putting a lot of effort into growing as a person and to feel ready to have a relationship in general. And so, yeah, I think you actually, I could see you very well ending up just manifesting a relationship sometime next year. I feel like you've been feeling a lot more ready. Ace of Wands. Maybe you feel up for it. It feels right to you now. The Knight of Wands. The Four of Pentacles. I think maybe before you felt like going for it and like putting yourself out there, but maybe now you still feel like you want a relationship, but you just don't feel like making any sudden moves right now, just due to maybe disappointments from dating life or from mingling with others, something like that. So the Nine of Swords, so there are fears and anxieties, even though you feel ready for an actual, real, healthy relationship. Queen of Cups. So I think your heart knows that and is going to hold space no matter how many fears might kind of get in your way at times. Fears that stop you from putting yourself out there, or that might stop you from making more efforts with meeting new people. Been having panic attacks about putting myself out there lately. Wow. Trey Stars, Mr. Scorpion. What? Hi. How are you? How's everything been going for you? I know the last thing I remember was that you were making a website. I think you were getting into photography. You were putting some of your services out there, like different types of readings, I think. That's what I kind of remember. Your website looked really good. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, LA, I feel like with that in mind about the panic attacks, definitely like you might be feeling impatient with it because it could feel like, if we just met an actual the person who treat us right, or at least put in those efforts to try something like a healthy relationship, that you'd be more willing to. So there's that type of impatience, just like, where is that person? But also be patient with yourself, since your body and mind uh, may be feeling very overwhelmed about putting yourself out there. So be patient with yourself is what I'm trying to get at. Because usually we end up feeling whatever it is that our heart was holding on to for what was causing the panic in the first place. Like what was the trauma? We eventually find more of its source. Sometimes it's like it's just so many things, and that's why panic happens, because you can't put it into one word or experience. Oh, this thing happened. It was like the whole overall experience of life was like trauma type of a thing. So when that happens, yeah, there's just like so much to feel, and it doesn't just feel good to like let it out. It is feeling pain and some real deep dark truths about how you feel, that like truly feel so hurt so scared, so betrayed, just any feelings that come with the human experience when we have to acknowledge them at their deepest. It always feels literally is like panic and like freaking out and the opposite of keeping things together, you know? Yeah. The winged boar. But yeah, the positive thing about feeling it all is while there's that part where that's painful, you can feel that you're literally releasing it by actually feeling what it is that you are feeling. And yeah, I'll always like this quote from this one show. The quote was something like, "When you are at your like lowest point is when you are open to the greatest change," or something. I really, really like that because I have found that a lot of times when I'm at a low point in life, a lot of transformation can happen when I realize after feeling what I felt that things can change and that there's still other things that can happen. So, yeah. So, yeah, this is saying to remain hopeful and optimistic about love in general, and that I think you just want something new. So, yeah, I think that can happen. So, yeah, be patient, but I do think next year, if you feel like you're in a much better place over the days throughout the next maybe 7 months, you could find yourself growing and feeling more secure in your relationships. I feel like if you feel more secure in your relationships in life and feel no longer so hurt and betrayed by things in life, then you can focus on why you're still feeling a certain way, acknowledge those feelings. It's literally as you face what the fears are and feel it like openly with yourself, which is very vulnerable, like exposing and can feel like embarrassing even and things like that. I honestly think that those are important, like those truths that we feel, because once you face them, you sort of know what you're really scared about. You can acknowledge everything that has actually happened in life that validates why you react the way you do, why you panic the way you panic, and so forth. And when we see why, we see how we've sort of done nothing wrong and that we don't deserve this like loneliness and whatnot. So I think that's sort of what this time is for. And I think you can't really force yourself to feel that kind of awareness. I think it just happens. And then when it does, you just tend to suddenly make certain choices that you feel are like, that at least give you better odds all of a sudden. And you somehow feel like you can do some of these. And that will be ups and downs too. But I've found in my life, ultimately, if you end up somehow doing the heroic sort of thing for yourself, you sometimes do manage to like sort of win or save the day. I've had certain connections that felt completely unrecoverable, and just because I just never give up or whatever, the connection revives itself. And yeah, I don't make those efforts because I'm like, oh, it'll definitely revive itself. No, I just like hope, like the winged boar. The point of the winged boar is like when pigs fly or whatever that saying is. So believing in miracles or in things that other people don't perceive as realistic or possible, being a dreamer. So yeah, so that's what I have for you, LA. And I'm gonna catch up on Mr. Scorpion's messages. Just stopping by, getting ready for work. You have no idea. All I'll say is expect something way different content wise. Wow. Well, now I'm curious. And curious, like, the work that you do, but you don't have to share that um, if you do not want to. Yeah, on this like platform, but you are absolutely welcome to, of course. You're welcome, LA. Hi, Mame. Hi there. Where is my relationship heading? Thank you. Okay. Okay. The wheel. Justice card. These cards keep coming out. The Hanged Man. Okay. I think things are good right now, and you are probably just going to do what feels right. But for whatever reason, possibly you might end up in some sort of time of pause, if that makes sense, with your relationship. The Four of Wands, a time of pause from things just being about fun and things maybe getting a bit more serious. Seven of Pentacles, and maybe things, your goals, you and your partner's personal goals and ideas of a relationship, you'll see that they're different, maybe. That maybe there are aspects of this relationship that are more fun, but you want things to be also more serious and for things to progress. But to me, it looks like with the Hanged Man and the Seven of Pentacles, that things might be like on a pause instead when you bring up moving things forward or taking things to the next step or to the next level. You might see this person put things on pause or withdraw their energy, or maybe not even look the most enthusiastic because they might not have the energy to commit deeper, like to do something more serious in a relationship. King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Seven of Cups. Because I think this person feels very stable in the way that the relationship is right now, but that they honestly are still very confused about the future, and they're still figuring out what they want, I think, and what to do in life. So I think this is a very confused individual in general, and that might have to do with why they might be unsure or put things more on pause if you were to confront them or ask them about taking things to the next level, if that's what you were thinking of doing. So let me know if that resonates or if that sounds like your person at all. Sorry if it's not. I'm honestly not getting like the strongest reading on your person, or like I don't have a very strong sense of what the message is, but generally that's kind of what I'm getting. And that like maybe the relationship has meaningful things to the both of you, but in the end you might both just kind of want different things. But also this is just a reading. Like your relationship can work out even if a reading doesn't sound promising, or if a reading isn't saying that. You know your relationship better than a reader would ever know your relationship. But yeah, we're also getting the Moon and the Empress. And it's just like, let your intuition guide you on this. If you feel this is a really strong connection, then you are going to keep this connection with you no matter what happens. Okay. I'm glad this makes sense. Yeah, the King of Pentacles shows back up again. I do feel like that this person is pretty upfront, at least. The Hanged Man, yeah, and I think they're pretty clear that where things are is like what they're best with and what they're most comfortable with. And yeah, that if they want to like grow more, they would let you know. But if right now they haven't been making moves to grow more, then this might just be where they are comfortable with it for the time being. So maybe this person is actually pretty good at sort of communicating their needs, or at least that's what they're practicing. This person might be trying to grow and trying to be more communicative. For the longest time growing up, never saw myself as a lovable person until I discovered meditation. Found love within me, not outside. These past few months, I had a belief that people found me. There's people out there who do understand me. I just have to speak my truth. Yes. Oh, I missed the message in between. These past few months, I believe that people found me physically attractive, but people didn't understand who I really am. These past few months, few people have approached me and complimented me. I'm not completely used to it. What I realized is a lot of there's people out there who do understand me. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. And yeah, I feel like for myself as well that what I've been learning the last like 6 months or more lately is how much of a hermit I really am. It didn't start clicking with me because I'm like, yeah, I'm like a hermit. And then like I've had like a lot of people around her like me too. I'm like, yeah. But I've been like reflecting over the months of like, okay, but I'm like really not able to do certain things. Social things. Yeah. And so yeah, that's what I've been learning about myself. That I'm really, really shy, even though I am very much capable of like socializing and doing all the things and being like, woo, snap, snap, charisma, charisma, you know? Basically, what's been happening. Wow. So, yeah, I think with the Justice card, just like determine if everything seems fair to you or if you feel comfortable with things. And yeah, you'll just have to see what's in store for you in your life depending on how you feel. Yeah, let's do it. So, Trey Stars, can I get a general love reading? But through my time of like really embracing my inner hermit, I've also been learning sort of those types of lessons that like there are people out there and I will find people who I can actually build like relationships with and connect with. But that I really require a lot of alone time at the same time. I've been putting more alone time in terms of my daily life. Now that I'm in a new room for my computer, I've been able to dedicate these times where I'm like, I just want to be by myself right now. And then my boyfriend will be kind of a little lonely, but also understands and is okay because he's got things to do too. So like or sleep. So Hi there. All right, so general love reading. Knight of Swords. The Knight of Cups. So I think there's someone who has interest in you right now, and that's what this love reading is about. And that you know this person, the Eight of Pentacles, and that you've been talking maybe on and off for a while or something like that. Judgment card, and maybe you've kind of talked a bit about your feelings maybe. I hope that's the case. And it might not be directly romance related. This could be about a friendship, and just like opening up about things in life, like philosophies. But I think that person is who comes to mind about this love reading. Six of Cups. Yeah, I feel like someone comes to mind. And hello, watching from YouTube. Nice. The Five of Swords reversed. I feel like it's very clear to you who this person is. So I hope there's like a person and that this is resonating. Because that's what I feel like saying based off of these cards and how I'm kind of interpreting them. The Four of Wands. It's mine, but I haven't talked to her since last year. Wow. Let's get advice. Strength card. Chariot card. Yeah, I feel like this person is on your mind and you're just being very honest with yourself. Like, it's not like you're trying to force life a certain way where it has to be that you come together with that person. It's just that you can't help but think about that person. You're like, look, universe or spirit or anything, like, I'm open to meeting new people, but in all truth, I'm not entirely over this person. You're like, I'd be happy to move forward if there's like someone I can actually meet or be with or get to know right now, but there is this person from my past that I can't seem to let go of. I think that's because these connections are always going to matter, even no matter who you meet next on your journey. So it's a matter of finding a way to kind of carry that with you while also choosing to keep walking your own path and hopefully feel better. Because, yeah, I found in these experiences, you never really kind of forget the person or anything like that. And not always, of course, but a lot of the times it does seem that people do end up just meeting new people and connecting more with other connections. So yeah, let's kind of see where this is going. You're welcome for the reading, Mame. All right, the Page of Swords. Yeah, I think it's just like you have a lot to think about. And so when this person comes to mind, I think that's very much intentional, that it's important, whatever you think about. The Star. I feel like having that genuine spark and having a genuine connection that was more like clearly communicated, it helps you have more confidence and hope that you will figure out your love life / socializing and things like that. Seven of Cups. Yeah, lots of sevens. The Page of Swords, the Star, which is number 17. We got the Chariot, which is number 7. And now we have the 7 of Cups. And then the Death card. So, yeah, just very confusing because I think we just want to kind of know, like, are we going to reconnect with this person or are we not going to reconnect with this person? And let's just see what Spirit's advice is about that. 4 of Cups. Yeah, you just sit with those feelings. It might feel disappointing about the way certain connections go, or that person that comes to mind, how it is just what it is. That feeling is never fun. 2 of Cups. But the good thing about that sensation is because knowing that you feel disappointed about that shows that you genuinely felt real affection um, for that person, for another. Um, Missing someone shows that you had something special. And remembering that feeling is very important and crucial to feeling it again. I don't know. And then finally, yeah, the 8 of Cups with the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I think this is all going to be very good in the end for you because you are going to kind of grow through all of this and feel very renewed. And I do think things in your love life are going to get better because that's just how I feel about life, that I really want things to always get better for people. So yeah, I don't like predicting if like connections are going to return or not because I always have gotten a lot of like messages or readings or even just literally dreams that someone is like returning to my life. But whether or not they actually do, it mostly just ends up as a question mark. Um, but I have seen it happen. So I think that's the importance to remembering things and keeping an open mind and being willing to either have the door open or closed. But there's also that importance to like walking forward and keeping an open mind to if there's more out there or other people out there. So I don't think you can sort of have one without the other. There are a lot of people out there where for them it's very easy. They're like, oh, when something ends with someone, it's over. I never want to go back to that. And I always want to meet someone new. That's definitely like a thing. But there's definitely people out there where we just don't operate like that. We feel what we feel. We love who we love. And what happens with the outcome doesn't change how we feel at the end of the day for certain people and certain connections. So it's just different for everyone. No, I'm good either way, whether they return or not. Yeah. Yeah, I think this Terry T, you can go ahead and ask your yes or no question. This might be my last question for the night. Um, but if anyone does want to donate, I will be happy to do more readings. But yeah, this will be the last of the free readings for the night, and then I am going to try and get some sleep. So yeah, let me know your yes or no love question. Can I set up super chat, please? So unfortunately, I cannot set up super chat as it pretty much doesn't work. It's different for every YouTuber. For others, The system does work well, but for me, I find that YouTube takes most of what the super chat is, and yeah, even then, you have to reach a threshold to access any of it. So yeah, I found that it's just not a method that works for me or that I'll be able to look into for the foreseeable future. But if things grew enough and I had a lot of traction going, I could see myself setting it up. But yeah, currently it is not a good option for myself. Okay, let's see. So I just want to know if Spirit sees a man coming my way for love soon. But I have found that Zelle is actually pretty doable to set up. If you go to like Zelle's website, you can search up whatever bank you might have or any like card system that you might have on there. Um, and if they're compatible, you can sign up for Zelle, which is free, and you can send and receive money through Zelle for free, and it's instant. So I found that I actually really like Zelle. I haven't used it a ton, but yeah, for a while I didn't really use it. But my sister ended up needing me to set it up for whatever reason, and like once we did that, I just saw how instant it was, and yeah, it was cool. So yeah, that's something to put out there for anyone who has not looked into Zelle so far. Yeah. Work now. Talk to you later. Have a good night or good day or night, everybody. Whoa. You too, Mr. Scorpion. And yeah, I'm curious what your new content is. All right. Yes or no? I just want to know if Spirit sees a man coming my way for love soon. Let's see. So this is a speed reading, a timing reading. Seven of Swords. High Priestess. It always feels right around the corner, but it always seems to take forever. That's what I feel like saying. So we get the Page of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the High Priestess. And that's what I get from that. You always get the feeling that you're about to meet this person. Or you're kind of always guessing or wondering about it. Which shows, obviously, love life is very important to you. Wow. I know that feeling. Yeah, I think that feeling kind of never goes away. To be honest, I don't know. Maybe it is different for other people, but for me, that feeling never goes away. I'll meet certain connections where I'll feel like you were the connection I was supposed to meet. Like, where have you been my whole life? I've been waiting my whole life to meet someone like you. But that always goes on after I meet said person. I get that feeling a lot when I meet certain people. And for me, it just doesn't stop at one person. And that's different for everyone. And for me, also, it's like there's a lot of love and friendship and community that I'm always seeking in my heart and for my life, But there's like something about very specific things about myself that go with my identity about what I need. And until I get those needs met, I'm always going to be wondering these things. So I feel like that applies to you, Terry T. So let's see. I'm fine with being by myself for quite a long time, but I don't know why I keep feeling it this way, especially these few months. Right? I think it's just the energy. because I had been like moving on from certain energies, people. And the last several months, I keep having like, I won't be thinking about this person. And I'll literally have a dream that they've re entered my life and that we've reunited somehow. Then I'll wake up and I'll be like, what? Why did I even dream that? Like, were they really on just simply on my subconscious's mind? Because I swear they weren't. Because I've got so many other things that I'm focusing about. Like emotionally, I just feel so much better. And I always felt like my subconscious was always deeply tied to mostly my emotions. So why, after I'm feeling so much better about certain connections, am I suddenly dreaming about these people again? I At that point, I can only guess it's the energy, the spiritual energy behind things. Just woke up from a nap, and in your dream, you see a man you don't know sort of flirting with me. Yeah, I don't know what these dreams are all about, but I tend to follow them a bit. Sometimes I come to regret it because I'm like, I'll like have an awkward interaction because I'll reach out to someone that I've never talked to in like 7 years. I'll be like, hey, I had a dream about you, and there was this snake, and then there was a triangle, and then we did a tarot reading together, and you gave me these new cards, and I'll like explain the whole dream that I just had. And then like usually there will be like a someday later like scene 6 hours ago when they like read it and they don't know how to reply to that. So I do that sometimes. And so lately I've stopped doing that since like a year ago or something. But still, my dreams guide me a lot to take action. And after you have enough dreams in a row about either something or someone, you end up choosing to do something, whether it's reach out to the person or like talk about it to someone or admit feelings about something or some situation or that you don't like how something turned out or what or how something affected you to this day. It just depends on you, but I do think your dreams have significance. I think they do mean something. But if you just have so many and you remember so clearly that you'd rather just forget, like, hey, you know, that's fine. Like that's what I do. My dreams are so vivid and they're longer than my day. I stay awake for quite a while. Uh, but yeah, my dreams they go longer than these days do. I don't know how else to explain it, but yeah, it's very much like that. So it can be super draining. But anyways, understand it, but it's not clicking. Let's see. So then some other messages for you, Terry. The Emperor and the Hermit card. Yeah, I feel like these are your kind of hopes and dreams, and you are literally dreaming about them, manifesting and bringing them towards you because I do believe our dreams become reality. People think that's silly or ridiculous. Like, oh, how can you have a dream and then you wake up and then the dream comes true, like a prophecy type of a thing, like a prophetic dream. There are a lot of people out there who don't believe in that, but honestly, happens all the time. Just saying. Like at least in my world, that's what happens for me. Like I'll have dreams about stuff, and most of this stuff might actually happen. I don't know, or it happens someday later. I don't know what else to call that other than a prophetic dream, right? And not everyone seems to like connect with that or have those, but in my experience, I do. So I think people who feel their dreams are powerful, yeah, I don't know. I would trust that, or at least you can't help but wonder. You can't help but wonder, did that dream? Is there more to it than it's just what I think about? My subconscious, playing out movies in my mind about my psyche or my like wants or needs or what's going on internally. Like, we're always going to wonder, what if it's more than just that? What if it's also like these are real messages like of like a spiritual nature that you have like a gift of sorts to know certain things or that you have the ability to kind of create stuff in your life and in your reality. So yeah, the Emperor and Hermit kind of tell me that as well, that you've been having these dreams perhaps because maybe that's how you manifest things. You visualize them and you dream about them, and it's because you are approaching those times of your life. Yeah. But is there any like concrete time on how soon? King of Pentacles. There does seem to be some sort of actual timeline, like a trajectory that things of where things are going. Maybe enough things you have set into motion that now some sort of fateful meeting is just inevitable. That's what I feel like saying. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, maybe you already like you decided to apply somewhere. You're like, I know this is what I want to do right now. I know I want to apply there, or I know I'm going to put myself out there in this way by starting a job or a business, or I'm just getting into my craft, or I'm playing more music lately. Like something where you've set your sights on doing something, and if it involves like the world in some way, like connecting with like new people, Ace of Wands, whoa, then yeah, then I'd say that is playing a role in things being set in motion for perhaps meeting someone. Aw, I wish that Emperor is my Emperor. Oh, he's very cute. Just saying. Five of Wands. The Seven of Cups. Yeah. The conflict is that it's so much confusion as to where to actually meet this person in 3D reality. But I think there is some sort of real connection you're actually picking up on, either via your dreams, the psyche, the higher dimensions. Yeah. So, any advice? The Hanged Man. Yeah, the advice is take this time to keep theorizing, keep thinking, feeling, and reflecting. But I would go with that this is probably going to be a longer time of pause still, that you've still got things to kind of figure out. Or stuff is, yeah, just things are figuring themselves out. And so take this time to keep transcending out of one previous life to a better life. So yeah, I think you've got a lot of improving the world around you that's on your like path, and just things getting better for you in general. And that with that, there will certainly be the manifestation of an amazing partner. Yeah, you're welcome. Hello, Rara. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's great. Hello. So, yeah, I think unfortunately I'm actually going to head out. But if you want to donate to get a reading, I will be happy to still do some readings. But yeah, I'm closing the free reading session for now as I'm trying to get back into the channel, but gradually, step by step, day by day. So for me, I'm trying to get more consistent and starting with some shorter live streams to getting into somewhat longer live streams and to doing the live streams more frequently. So, yeah. But yeah. For some reason, I feel like answering that question because I don't know. I see you retracted your message, so I feel bad. And honestly, I still want to hang out. I'm just trying to like take care of myself, but honestly, I find it really fun to do readings. So it's kind of hard for me to limit myself when I myself actually do like doing the readings. I don't know. Don't know how else to explain that, but who are you? Who am I? Five of Cups. Seven of Wands. Two of Wands. Queen of Cups. And the Moon. You are a sensitive being. You are a natural at taking steps in the world, whether they are like small steps or big steps. The fact you can do them consistently, and you can get from point A to point B pretty well. No matter what a distance is, so long as you have a vision for it, you're able to accomplish it, you're able to do it. I just feel like stressing again, you are a sensitive person. The Queen of Cups is here, and the Five of Cups at the beginning also says that. Five of Cups right away was like a feeling of like you're a wounded individual, aren't we all? But a lot of your choices and a lot of the steps you take, you're always carrying that past with you about the fact that you've been through a lot, about the fact that you have been hurt, and that you don't know how to recover through certain things, even though you do keep taking the steps to move forward on your journey. And you do keep managing to make pretty good decisions that manifest success into your life. Like far away, seemingly difficult to achieve things, you like happen to achieve them. You're able to keep taking the steps until you get to it. So that's pretty cool. I feel like earth signs in particular tend to be really good at that. I think fire signs also are kind of pretty good at that, particularly like Leo and Sagittarius. Fire signs like get better at it as like the fire sign like grows, like from Aries to Leo to Sagittarius. But yeah, and then like earth signs in general, it's just kind of like their domain to like accomplish things in this world on earth, you know? So yeah, that's what I have for you. And yeah, I think I am officially done for the night, and yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. So yeah, it was fun hanging out with everybody and doing readings. So I appreciate you all being here. This went a lot better than last time I tried to go live. I went live and I was sitting here for like 10 minutes, and I kid you not, nobody like was around at that time. So I was just like sitting here and I was like, okay, I guess I picked a wrong time to go live. And it was at like 7 p.m. or something. Meanwhile, I'm up and it's like 2 something a.m. and I choose to go live and it's popping and a bunch of people are here. I don't understand. I know time zones are a thing, but yeah. So yeah, thank you all for hanging out and doing readings and yeah. And I'll try to be back to do more readings. And just for fun, I recommend this massage hook. I think it is actually so good. There's a different one that I want that's not a massage hook, but it's like a massage, like, I don't know, squeezer thing. It looks really, really good. But yeah, this one is also good, but for different reasons. You can kind of like dig into a groove. You do have to kind of be careful though, like, make sure that like you do it carefully so it brings like like pleasure and like a feeling of massage instead of like like jabbing in and like injuring yourself somehow. So like be careful and mindful if you have a massage hook. But yeah, it does feel really good if you can like find the right spots and sort of like ways to use it. All right. I don't know how to say goodbye, so I'm probably just gonna go now. Um, okay. Take care, everybody, and I will try to be live again sometime soon. And yep, I will try and get some sleep, but I'm probably still not gonna sleep for some reason. And those of you who have followed me for a while on YouTube, yeah, you'll know. I don't know. Sleeping is challenging for whatever reason. But yeah. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Till next time.